In my time on YouTube, I've reviewed a lot of first aid kits. This is the first one I've ever reviewed that comes in a number 10 can. Alright, you guys have seen my videos when I've done our local survival store here, The Outpost. I was in The Outpost the other day and saw this, and I had to bring it to you guys because I thought it was kind of neat. They're not really easy to find on the internet. I've seen them at gun shows and stores, but I really have never found them on the internet anywhere until recently. And I found out that the company, Mil-Spec Adventure Gear, right here, is a division of Major Surplus and Survival. So I'm going to put the link down below if you want to pick one of these up. It's the only place I've seen them online, actually. And it's kind of a neat idea. The can basically contains everything you need for minor cuts, scrapes, sprains. It's kind of neat because it's storable in a waterproof, airtight container. So your gear's going to last longer and it's not going to get wet. If you're concerned about that, this is an excellent kit for you. Just looking over what's inside of it, I mean, it does have a lot of good stuff in there, but for the price, I think you could probably build a better kit on your own. However, if you're worried about something getting wet, if you want to keep a first aid kit, say, in your vehicle or while you're out camping in a wet environment, this is a great idea. So we're going to tear into it today. I'm going to show you what it comes with. Now, the neat part is, it comes with a little P38 can opener taped on top. I am not going to use that because I don't want to bore you guys to death with me cutting through the top of this thing. So I'm going to cut it open, and I'll bring you back when it's open. Alright, another reason for not wanting to cut open with this can opener too is I want to save this. It's hard to get metal number 10 cans anymore. They're not as common as they used to be for those of us that just shop weekly in our grocery stores. And I want to save this because I might want to make a stove out of it or anything else I could possibly think of. So I don't want to use this because these are kind of tough. These little P38s are tough on the lid, and I want to save the lid for possibly a project. Anyway, let's tear into this and see what's in here. Right off the bat, you got a little silica gel packet. Do not eat. Okay, now, the real reason I'm tearing this apart too is I also want to replenish some stuff in my car kit. And where I store this in my vehicle, I'm not worried about water getting to it, so this is fine. First thing we're going to pull out here is a little package full of all sorts of stuff. We've got some alcohol prep pads, some Band-Aids, some tape, the usual these little guys, first aid burn cream, stuff like that. Let's see what else is in here. Some triple antibiotic ointment. So this is actually pretty cool. And you got a pair of gloves and some alcohol prep pads and bandages, regular Band-Aids. And I believe you got aspirin, non-aspirin, aspirin and non-aspirin in there. So that's a nice little kit. I'm actually going to keep that in one piece because I don't want to put it back together again. But that's actually a nice little kit. Heck, even on its own, that's a cool little kit. Alright, next up. Boy, they sure like giving you gauze. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rolls of gauze. Again, very, very handy. You know, if you're trying to treat somebody, trying to treat bleeding, trying to keep an area covered. Heck, you could even make an improvised sling out of these for a broken arm or something. Very handy, but that's a lot of gauze. I think if I was going to seal this back up in some way, if I was going to get another 10 can and reseal it, I would probably put other stuff in there other than all this gauze. But I will definitely distribute it around in my kits. Next up, EMT shears. Let's see. Yeah, they're actually pretty sharp. Actually feel pretty decent. Okay. And we have these big compressed abdominal pads and cover sponges. Okay. Next up, the Moore brand gauze pads. Let's see how many we got of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those. And a triangular bandage. For those of you guys that have taken any CERT training, that's probably where these are going to go because that's where I'd use them most. They teach you how to use this. Again, this is really, really handy. You can turn this into a sling. You can turn this into a bandage. I actually used mine in one of the scenarios for somebody who had something stuck in their eye, and I had to bandage their head around to keep the item stable so it didn't move around in their head or in their eye socket. Lastly, little set of tweezers. These are they feel like they could bend very easily. I don't think I'll be keeping these. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much in there. Maybe I will open this up so you can see what's in here. I can always repack it, because I think it's a large part of what's in here. You got tape, regular bandages. Let's see. Okay, here's all the little medical, pills and creams and everything. Lots of first aid burn cream, antibiotic cream, which we saw. You got your aspirin and non-aspirin tablets, and some more triple antibiotic cream. So again, too, everything really, these kind of kits have their place. If you're just starting out, here's your iodine and a couple of these iodine prep pads and a couple of these alcohol prep wipes. These are little butterfly stitches. But I'm not sure that as a brand new prepper I would rely on this totally as my first aid kit. It definitely can augment and help a first aid kit, and those are your gloves. But I wouldn't rely on it solely as a first aid kit. Again, if you're looking for something that's going to keep you, give you some basic first aid supplies, and you don't want it to get wet, you want to store it on, maybe you got a can shelf rack, and you want to store it that way. But I think that you could probably get all this stuff a lot cheaper individually. These run anywhere from $30 to $39 I've seen online. So, if you do get it, maybe you can customize it a little bit. Maybe keep 2 of these in here and put some more of your own personal first aid items in it. It is a nice kit. I just think it's a little overpriced for what it is, because there's really not that much stuff in there when you break it all down. And it really would only treat severe bleeding, stuff like that. If you get a headache or something, I guess you could take tablets, but maybe you don't like aspirin, Maybe you take Tylenol or something else. So it would definitely be a kit that I would say buy, but open it up and modify it if you're going to buy it. Anyway, that is the Mil-Spec Adventure Gear first aid kit in a can. That's everything that comes in it right there. I will put the link down below. Don't forget, if you guys are shopping and you want to support, if you guys are shopping on Amazon and you want to support the channel, follow my Amazon link down there. Pretty much anything you buy, it doesn't have to be the stuff I'm advertising. If you follow the link, anything you buy, it will help support the channel. I'll be able to bring you more cool gear, more cool stuff. And don't forget about the Thrive Life link, again, down below. Anything you want as far as freeze-dried food, you can order. You can order individually. There's no need to sign up for any kind of special deliveries or anything. Or you can even look into becoming a distributor. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.